pretty timid, pretty shy. I had two older brothers and a younger sister, so always looked up to them. But yeah, pretty normal childhood, playing obviously with my siblings, friends on the street, that kind of thing. And then obviously the love of cricket grew from there. To be honest, it was just my brothers and my dad. They loved sport, they loved cricket, so it was just from there. Like, it wasn't something that I took to initially. It was because of my older brothers. That's the only reason why I started playing. They were good at like high school, primary school, and then just because of them, they were going for like practice, and then I just used to tag along just to watch. And then one day I just started fielding, and then from there I started batting and then bowling, and then that's how we progressed. Playing like hardball cricket in South Africa, I probably started around 7 or 8, but just as a fielder. I fielded for like 2 years. I never got a chance to bat at a ball. For me, it was just loving just being there with my friends, playing with my brothers. And then as I got to 11, 12, 13, that's when I started to train a little bit harder with my dad and my brothers. And then as I got to high school, things got a bit more serious. Yeah, 100%. They were always into cricket. Even my mom and my sister, they used to watch all our games. It was a bit harder for my parents because there's obviously 3 siblings. So to try and juggle. So my second brother, we're similar age, so we always played together. And then my eldest brother was a bit harder. So my parents had to like try and juggle which games to watch when we got to high school. And then once we finished with high school, then it was a lot easier because we all played together. So yeah, that was just basically it. Probably around 17, 18, when I made the South African under-19 team at the World Cup in New Zealand in 2010, that's when I thought, okay, I could really make this a career. Growing up as a young kid was Ashim Amla. Obviously, he grew up in the same city as me. And then I was fortunate enough to play with him in my first 2 years with the Dolphins, our local franchise. He was with the Proteas, but when he wasn't with the Proteas, he played for the Dolphins. So just watching him throughout as I grew up and then playing obviously with him was pretty surreal. And then in terms of an international player, I looked up to Michael Clarke from Australia. I just like the style of way he played. We batted in a similar position as well, so he was someone that I really looked up to as well. I think the biggest, for me personally, the biggest sacrifice was relationships. I couldn't balance that in my first 5 years of my career. I was pretty young and I just wanted to focus on cricket. Like, nothing else mattered to me. It was just cricket. Like, I wanted to give everything into it. And I did, and I was really happy with where I was. And then as I got a bit more older, a bit more mature, I found that balance, speaking to more senior players, looking at how they went through their career in different phases. And then yeah, I got to 26, 27, and that's when I obviously found Karina, my wife. And then that balanced just everything, and I just found peace. And then for me, that was a big thing, yeah.